Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code DRAYSON12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Hi, after the passing of Rich Piana, it has been brought to my attention that I should probably run some of his old videos that we had done, like 22 shows, and a lot of information from several years ago many people missed out on. So someone said to me, why don't you bring back some of those videos so we can all see them again? So I'm going through them trying to find the good ones, and I'm going to repost them under a new title so that you guys can share it and understand it and have fun with it. So this is one of many, and there'll be more to come along. Thank you for watching Rick's Corner. And Rich Piana, rest in peace. You're a great guy. Welcome to Rick's Corner. As by popular demand, I have Rich Piana back. I got him out of the gym and mostly out of the restaurants to come over here to eat and hang out and talk about bodybuilding.
Well, part of the deal is you cook me lunch.
I've got it's on the grill right now.
Better have 5 chicken breasts instead of 2.
I know. How many calories do you get a day? That's a question I have.
Yeah, not as much as people think. I mean, you know, I talk about it and laugh about it and joke about it, but the reality is I don't eat as much as I pretend. Back in the day, you know, I eat 12 times a day. Now I'm eating like maybe 4 or 5. I'm a lightweight, and it's kind of embarrassing, you know. My girlfriend eats about the same amount as I do.
Yeah, I mean, actually sometimes more.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but as you get older, you just can't eat the food that you put away at a younger age.
Yeah, it's you know, it's just I can't. But it's good because, you know, as we get older, we start to put on fat. So, you know, you can't eat 12 times a day.
Exactly.
Unless you work out 8 hours a day, which, you know, I'm up to 3. That's my limit.
Okay. Just real quick, I want to touch on that one subject. When you said put on fat, I've had a lot of you guys out there talk about our diet, and some have written in, as you always get these haters on YouTube, saying that lowering your carbs does not lower your body fat. It does.
Of course it does.
There's no question about it. You drop your carbs, you drop fat. Well, a lot of people like to argue the point. No, that's not true. You need a lot of carbs all day long. One guy in the gym said this to me. We really had an argument. We almost went to blows over this. And you know the guy. He's older than me. You're wrong, you're wrong. I eat carbs all day long. I said, well, look at you. You know, it's like, you can't get away with doing that. It's going to put fat on you regardless of what you do.
Why is it the people that are the know-it-alls are the ones that have nothing to show what they're preaching?
Without fail.
The guy with the skinniest arms is trying to tell you how to train biceps. The guy that's fat's trying to tell you how to diet. It's always the case.
And the people who write in, who sit behind their computer, are always the experts, but they never show themselves either. They're incognito behind the computer. So, but they always.
And there's no picture on the avatar.
None.
There's absolutely.
That was no more than we do. All right, so you want to talk about training traps, because traps are a huge part of your body that shows when you approach somebody. Your shoulders show and your traps show, and I've seen a lot of squared shoulders with no traps.
Yeah.
And traps are important.
Very important. I get questions all the time. I think a lot of people, that's one of their most, you know, favorite body parts is traps. You know, I think it shows power. You know, you look at the wrestlers and the big neck and the big traps, and, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I think that a lot of people see that as, you know, power.
Right. So what would you say? I mean, we all know that shrugs will do it, but there's a very variable of exercise that work traps. Anytime you work delts, you're working traps.
Yeah, traps are indirectly worked with back, with rear delts, with, you know, side delts, front delts. For me, shrugs is the best. I mean, everybody knows that. But the problem is, what I notice is people don't do full range of motion, and the biggest problem is people try to go too heavy.
Exactly.
You know, that's the problem with everything. But, you know, you need to be able to stretch all the way down, let it stretch for a second, pull it all the way up, and all the way up is, I try to touch my ears.
Right.
So I can come up to my ears, which, you know, most people will do this.
Right. With a lot of weight.
That's not doing anything. You know, it's full range. I hold it at the top for about 2 seconds.
Right.
Drop it. Hold it. You know, with that, you know, I'm doing maybe 3 plates on each side. You know, back when I was 18, I used to put 7 plates on each side.
Yeah.
Because I was a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Did it make
the bar would be bending.
Did it really make
You know, the next day my low back was killing me, but hey, everyone in the gym was staring at me. But they weren't saying, look at how strong that guy is. They were saying, what a freaking idiot.
Exactly. And you see it all the time. A lot of the younger guys that are small and they've got all this thing loaded up and they're hardly moving the bar and they don't have any muscle, no traps, no delts or anything. I can put 50 or 45s on each side and then two 45s on each side, and I get 20 reps and I feel it.
Yeah. It's all about feeling the muscle, you know, squeezing it, contracting it, stretching it. But I do them on the Smith. That's my favorite. The Smith, I get the best feel, the best squeeze, and I do them in the front and I do them in the back. And Lee Haney was the big preacher about doing shrugs from behind. And what he used to say is, he said, "Where are your traps? Are they in front of you or behind you?"
True.
they're behind you.
Right.
So why would you do shrugs in front when the traps are behind you?
Right.
So he used to advocate always doing the shrugs behind, which that made a lot of sense to me.
You know what? I didn't think about that until just now, but I do them with dumbbells, and when I do my dumbbells, I lean forward and I bring them back this way.
Yeah, because the traps not only go up, they go out.
Right.
You know, and so you gotta, hit the whole belly of the muscle. So I do them in front, I do them back, and one of the best exercises that's overlooked that people don't think about or talk about, you're familiar with, is power cleans. Now, nobody does those. They're hard, they suck, but that's one of the best exercises for traps and neck, because that initial pulling that weight up is all the shoulders, all the traps in the neck.
Exactly.
And so that's a great exercise. What I do is I take a modified version of that, and what I'll do is I'll put a lot of weight on the bar, and I'll do what I call it's a half of a power clean. I don't go all the way up to here. I just do the jerk and jerk it like to here and then back down.
It's almost like an upright row, half upright row.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I do that on the Smith machine also, just to have more control of it.
Okay.
And that's a great exercise.
No injuries?
And that's something I just kind of came up with my own, and I haven't really seen
no
anyone
injuries
else
hold
do
you
it.
back on that?
No, not at all. Now, power cleans would. Power cleans, I'd be scared of my biceps because you're using so much weight.
Right.
And that when you come here, you're using that bicep, and it's a lot of weight and a lot of stress.
It's like a reverse curl.
Yeah, so that would be my fear with doing power cleans for now, nowadays.
All right, so we talked about a minute ago when you walked in here about neck, because I had done a video about working your neck. I had someone give me resistance 4 ways, or I'll go against the bar using my body weight against it, and then some people wrote in and said, oh, working your neck is stupid, and you're going to hurt your neck, and you're going to have head problems, and we all know that's not true. Football players and wrestlers all work their neck.
Yeah.
And it's important, as you said, when you approach somebody, you see their traps, it looks like power. Well, a big neck looks like power too.
Yeah, definitely.
How many times have you seen a big guy with a small neck and you think, geez, it looks like a stack of dimes,
Yeah.
So for your viewers out there, I'm backing it up with Rich, that it is important to work your neck. It's part of your body. It's one of your body parts.
Yeah, in high school wrestling, we did bridges, every day, and bridges is the best thing. And I probably couldn't do a bridge right now if I tried. My neck isn't strong enough to hold my body weight up. And we'd start, in the front, and we'd flip around to the back, and our neck would be holding our body weight up as we spin around back and forth.
Exactly.
And to be able to do that is some serious strength in the neck area.
You know what I didn't like about it? It always pulled my hair.
I try it short.
It does. It pulled my hair. But having a partner is resistance. I have my girlfriend. She'll do tricep pushdowns on my head. So she's pushing down. I'm resisting, side to side, front to back, and I get a hell of a pump on my neck. I just had it measured because I had to get a suit. I was 18 and a half. I thought, shit, it came up an inch in the past month.
Yeah.
Just by working a little bit.
Yeah, because it's been there before.
Exactly.
And you hadn't done it in a while probably, and
exactly.
Just, boom, right back.
And it comes right back, muscle memory. So it is part of your whole structure in your upper body. You got your traps, you got your neck. Now shoulders, you got unbelievable delts. And people say, what does Rich do for his delts? What do you think? I know you change it up a lot. You change your sets, your reps, your weight, whatever. What do you find works best for your delts?
Side delts. Side laterals. Blasting the side delts is my favorite exercise. I think it's the most overlooked. I think it's the best exercise, and one of the best features of physique is the V-taper. Wide shoulders, small waist.
Where did that come from? Like the 50s and 60s?
Yeah, it's not even. It's not even for a bodybuilder. It's for anybody. You see a guy in a suit. He doesn't have to work out, but if he has wide shoulders and a small waist, it just looks right.
Absolutely.
And so side delts to me is I'll do 10 to 12 sets, so I'll start with the 10s, and I'll do 40 reps.
I've seen you do that.
Yeah, and I go all the way up, and the highest time I go is maybe 50, sometimes just 40. And at that point, my reps are probably about 16 reps. And there's always going to be, I'll go up and I'll grab the 10s, and the girl next to me using the 10s, and the guy next to me using the 40s. But you have to psychologically not care what anyone else is doing, and just do what is best for you, not worry about the weight, and just perfect strict form. And if you wear a tank top when you're doing side delts and you look in the mirror, at the peak of the movement, you can see the side delt peak.
Exactly. Yeah.
And most people are working the front delts when doing side laterals.
That's
because
true.
They're not hitting the side delt. And if you look in the mirror, you can see whether you're hitting the front or the side. So it's very important, in my opinion, to wear a tank top and watch in the mirror, and you can actually see what muscle you're working.
What's your hand placement on that then? Are you doing it from this way?
I start from the sides.
Okay.
So I don't go in front, because then I think it's starting to activate the front.
Right.
So I go on the sides, and I lean slightly forward,
right,
and I just watch in the mirror, and you can watch the side delt pop at the top.
Okay.
And by twisting the thumb downward is enabling that to happen.
That's funny. That's what I've always said. Turn your thumbs down as you come up. Now, there's a problem that I've had from wrestling over the years, and I just had Steve Austin on a show, and he had the same problem, that our shoulders have arthritis, and they're freezing up from wrestling. Mm-hmm. And so when you work the delt, sometimes your trap takes over, and you're missing the delt.
Yeah.
You ever had that problem?
Yeah, you know, it's I feel my traps a lot when I do side delts. I really have to concentrate and, you know, try to really just isolate that side delt. So I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's with every muscle group. You have to really concentrate and isolate, and
that's why you go lighter.
Yeah. Lights. I've learned that the lighter I go, the better pump, the better burn, and the more sore I am the next day.
Yeah.
You know, and the heavy days for me is just, you know, because when you get caught up in weight, you're gonna lose form no matter what. Okay. And especially with presses, you know, military presses, shoulder presses, whatever you want to call it. You know, going heavy is just, you're just tearing your shoulder joints up, just destroying. You know.
I talked to you about that 6 months ago. I came in the gym and I wasn't feeling great. I mean, I was okay, and I was going to do shoulder presses, and I said to you, do I really need to do pressing? Because Ken Waller used to tell me, you don't need it. Just do laterals and just side laterals and front laterals, you know.
Yeah.
And you said, no, you don't really need to do it, but don't listen to me because I do them anyway.
Yeah, I do, and I don't go heavy unless I'm going to film a video, because everyone's going to talk shit, so I go heavier than normal, just for the haters out there, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, I mean, I can do the stack at the military press at Gold's for 30. I can do the stack for 30,
right?
Which seems like that's light for me, but I'm not squeezing and contracting the shoulder and making it burn and getting the best out of each rep, doing the whole stack. Right. So when I'm just training by myself, I might put on 3/4 of the stack and do maybe 20 reps, but I'm going slow, I'm squeezing, and I'm just working the muscle and not so much the joint and tendons and everything else.
You know, back in the day when I was training with Arnold, we used to go up and down the rack for dumbbell presses standing, and then put them down standing, put them down, all the way up from, I think, the 20s up to the 70s, and then back down nonstop. Mm-hmm. The delts were just screaming after that.
Oh, yeah, that's...
And the same thing with laterals. And then that would be the delt workout.
Yeah, John DeFendis.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he was he was the maniac. And Steve helped me out. Starts with the M.
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy. What's his name?
Holic?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
Another maniac.
Yeah, I know. But that reminds me, because I think I told you, I have a booklet out called Bodybuilding for Dumbbells. I couldn't use for dummies because it's already used. It's a 24-page booklet that takes us back to the 70s bodybuilding. It's simplified, it's basic, it tells you what we did, how we ate, how we trained, and it's good to get started, because when in doubt, when you're training, all these elaborate movements that the trainers do with balls and all that, you go back to basics.
Yeah.
Basics work. It's on my website, bodybuildingfordumbbells.com, and it'll tell you what we did and how to get your body in shape the way we did in the 70s. And I always revert back to that when I get stumped in the gym and say, what am I going to do today? I want to do something different. I'll pick a routine I did back then. Mm-hmm. And that routine worked, because it's like, you know, it's like this 5 years later. In the 70s, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I'll try something different. And I know you switch your reps up a lot.
Yeah, I switch everything up.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time, mixing it up. It keeps it interesting, keeps it entertaining, and it also shocks the body and keeps the body growing.
Yeah. You
know, it's just the best all around. And I train instinctively, so when I walk in the gym, a lot of times I don't know what I'm training. People say, what are you going to train? I'm like, I don't even know yet. And I think they're maybe thinking maybe we can train together, and I'm trying to avoid them, like, oh, I don't know. The truth is, I don't know what I'm training. I walk in the gym, and I look around, I think about it for a minute, and all of a sudden it hits me, and I'm like, boom, that's what I'm doing.
What if you did that body part the day before?
I've done that before. I've trained the same body part twice, and I know it doesn't make sense, but that's how I train. And let me tell you something, that's going to confuse the body.
Sure.
The body's not going to be expecting that.
2 days in a row.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, is keeping the body guessing. The body's trying to figure out what you're doing, so it can keep you from doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So you got to trick it constantly.
You even have to change your diet, because you get used to
cardio, diet, everything.
You do a lot of cardio?
I hate cardio.
No.
I tell people that if you have to do cardio, you're doing something wrong in the bedroom.
Yeah. That's the best cardio you can get.
I mean, come on, if you're dieting, you're doing cardio, and you're still not losing, I don't know. I basically work out with weights and do what I do in the bedroom, and I stay in pretty good shape.
You do that alone, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay, good.
I can't.
Can't have a partner.
Can't share myself.
No. And there's one more thing I want to touch on, because we're going to do another segment after this, if you don't mind. Have one life. Make it work. I want to go to the gym every day. What do you do? Why do you go to the gym every day? Why don't you just go work somewhere? Because I don't have to. And I like the gym every day. That's my job.
I'm at the gym at
It's my
least
job.
twice a day.
Exactly. It's our job that we do this and we bring it to you. And so be happy that you're getting all this info for free. Well, I'm going to do another segment with you, but I want to close this one out. And then I want to talk on another. Is that okay?
That's great, as long as the chicken's ready.
Yeah, it'll be ready soon. Oh, they're killing it now. You see them cutting the heads off.
Shit.
Thanks for watching Rick's Corner with Rich Piana. We're going to do another segment, so stay tuned.
Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code Grayson12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com.
Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drayson, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrayson.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
It's Rick Drayson. He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.